In this video, we're on the road from St. Mary, Montana down to Yellowstone National Park. Along the way, we wanted to stop at the Lewis and Clark Caverns, but the only campground reservation we could find was a couple days out, so we decided to make a couple pit stops before we got there. On our first night, we stopped in Great Falls, which was a great stop for stocking up on food and supplies after our week in Glacier National Park. When we finally got to our campground, we had a heck of a time squeezing down the road to get to our spot. Here's some highlights. This was one of the tightest campsites we've had to get into, and in hindsight, we probably should have paid the $10 extra for a big rig spot, but oh well. We got settled in and spent the afternoon hanging out at the campground dog park and petting zoo. Good morning, goats. Yeah. 2 cows, 2 goats, and a bunch of chickens.
What's in there?
You can't turn around. Oh my god. We didn't see too much of what Great Falls has to offer, but it worked out well as a spot for us to get some rest and break up our drive. I recently found out that I have some family history in Butte, and it seemed like it would be fun to check out, so that's where we're headed for our second night. We only had a few hours left before dark, so we quickly got set up and started walking into town. I guess we're in central Butte, Montana, walking towards Butte Central Catholic High School, which is where my great-grandmother went to high school, apparently. We're gonna get some photos, and then go get a pork chop sandwich and some beer, and then go see the toxic mining pit. It's hot. My great-grandmother graduated from Butte Central Catholic High School in 1922 after her family moved here so her father could work in the mine. We took some photos and continued walking to grab a bite at a famous local spot.
Walking over to Pork Chop John's. Was recommended by a friend from high school. It's just a window.
Pork chop sandwich.
Fully loaded.
Loaded, which means mustard, pickles, and onions. It smells literally like a McDonald's hamburger. I don't know how to, it's the pickles. The bun?
They made me a grilled cheese, so I got the bun, some cheese.
When we finally got to the Berkeley pit, we found out it was closed, which was very disappointing. We took some photos so we could say we were there, then we walked to Butte Pizza and Brewing Company just a couple blocks away before calling it a night.
So as you walk in, you got the bar right up front where you can order your food and your beer. Where you get a nice view of the town, or like up on this hillside.
We were pretty excited to see the caverns on our third morning. We woke up early and drove about 45 minutes to our campground. This is our view. Can't complain. We are in Lewis and Clark Caverns State Park, still in Montana. At the State Park campground, ready to give you guys a tour. We're only here one night. After taking Kona for a walk, we hopped on our e-bikes and took the incredibly steep 2 to 3 mile road up toward the caverns. So that's the gift shop. We just came out of the visitor center, and that's where you buy your tickets. We made it, and they even had a small bike rack at the top, but it was much steeper than we expected. If we had known, we probably would have just taken the 2 mile hiking trail from the campground. We're at the Lewis and Clark Caverns, and we forgot our camera and just did like a 3 mile bike ride, 2,000 feet of elevation gain, so we're not going back to get it. So we will be filming on our iPod or iPhone. When you get to the visitor center, you can buy a $15 ticket for a specific time, so we did have to sit around for a bit, but it wasn't too bad. When it was time, we walked with our guide for about a half mile up a dirt trail to the cave entrance. The Caverns Tour was very cool. Our guide was informative, and there's a lot of interesting history here if you ever have the chance to check it out.
It's really smooth.
The difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite.
That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and up next we're headed to Yellowstone National Park. We have a lot of great footage to share, so keep an eye out.